Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Tay, and I'm back with a new video. This look is inspired by Azealia Banks' look in her new video for the Big Big Beat. I absolutely love Azealia Banks, so I had to recreate this look. It's basically a bold red lip and a classic wing eyeliner. She didn't have a wing eyeliner on in the video, but I kind of wanted to add my own little twist to it. So if you like what you see, please keep watching. So first thing I'm going to do is apply primer. The two primers that I'm going to be applying are the Primetime Primer by Bare Minerals and the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. These two primers together give my skin a really smooth finish, and I'm applying it in my T-zone. Next, I'm going to be applying foundation. The foundation that I'm using is the Maybeline Fit Me Dewy Smooth Foundation. I do have dry skin, so I do opt for the Dewy Smooth, but they do have an option for people who have more oily skin. So you just want to make sure that you're blending out the foundation evenly so that there are no lines of demarcation. Here I'm going to be applying concealer. I'm using the Sephora Bright Future Concealer, and I'm just making Nike signs underneath my eyes because, you know, you gotta just do it. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm applying it underneath my eyes in a upward shape to add a lift underneath my eyes. So that's what you want to do when you're trying to add lift to your face. And I'm applying some on my chin, forehead, and also you're going to see me apply a little bit on the bridge of my nose here. Now it's time to blend. I'm using the MAC Mist and Fix, and I'm going to be using a beauty blender to tap and blend out everything. One thing I've learned about blending out concealer underneath my eye is that you never want to drag your tool that you're using, and the reason being is because you don't want to mess up the foundation that you've already laid down. So once you start to drag everything, it mixes together and you don't see your highlight. So I always suggest to tap and blend it into the skin so that it melts into the skin as opposed to mixing with the foundation. Here I'm just adding a little bit of a brighter highlight. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is number 030 Cafe. And I'm adding this to areas where I would want to stand out a little bit more and have a little bit more of a glow. Here you're going to see me apply some powder underneath my eyes to set my highlight. The powders that I'm using are the Banana Powder by Ben Nye and also the Topaz Powder by Ben Nye. I mixed the two together to create a perfect color for setting underneath my eyes. And the reason why you want to set underneath your eyes, of course, is so that it prevents creasing and it'll help make your highlight stand out a little bit more. Now it's time to set the rest of the foundation. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Deslick powder, and a lot of the time I normally would use the E.l.f. HD powder, but I'm out of that right now, so I'm just using what I have. Now it's time to start eyebrows, my most time consuming thing. I personally like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. The color I use is Ebony. Here you're going to see me brushing out my brows. I do a half brow, so just in case you're wondering why my brow is so short. I start out by creating a line underneath my eyebrow in a straight motion. Me, I prefer a more straight out brow more than a curvy arched brow. That's what I've been doing lately. Now I'm going to make a line at the top and connect it at the end and make a tail. What you see me doing here is filling out a little bit, making sure that the shape is the way that I want it, and curving my tail just a little bit. Now it's time to highlight underneath my brows. I'm going to be using a mixture of my concealers that I used earlier for my face. And I'm just tracing underneath my eyebrows, creating a slight arch. Using my finger, I'm going to blend out the concealer underneath my eye in a tapping motion. The warmth of my finger will spread out the concealer more evenly. To shape the front of my brow, I like to use the NYX micro pencil. I believe the shade I use is dark brown, and what I'm doing here is just blending out the front that I've already made using the dip brow, and I'm just blending and using the spoolie to shape. Now I'm using the actual product itself and shaping out a front part for my brow. Just blending out a little bit of what I did with the pencil, making sure that everything is looking even. Using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in Deep, I'm going to start out carving my nose, and I like to make sure that I'm blending everything up and out so that it looks like the natural shadows of my face. I also like to carry it up into my eyebrow area because I feel like naturally the shadow would lay there as well. Now it's time to chisel these cheeks. I'm going to be using the deepest shade, I believe is called Cappuccino, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just blending that up into my cheekbone, making sure that it's going to mesh nicely with my highlight. And I'm doing a sweeping back and forth motion. For me, the contour shade isn't dark enough, so I do like to go in with a little bit of my MAC Studio Fix powder, and it's a little bit deeper than the powder in the contour kit, and I use that to chisel out the rest of my face. Now it's time for eyeliner, and I'm going to be using my absolute favorite eyeliner, which is the E.l.f. liquid eyeliner. It's only $2 and it works amazingly. I never really have any problems with it, so I highly suggest it. And if you guys want to see a more in-depth video on how I do my eyeliner, please just leave that down below, because here I'm just speeding through it. I'm making swift motions. I never stop and make small motions. And here's a little side-eyed action. It's coming down again. We fight it till the end's up with your friends. It's coming down again. Now I'm taking my Urban Decay 24-hour eyeliner in Corrupt, and I'm putting that right in the waterline. And Corrupt is a pretty dark brown sparkly color. So I've been baking long enough, and I'm wiping off my highlight powder. Using the Mist and Fix, I'm going to now set my makeup. Time to apply some mascara. I'm using the Lancôme mascara, the Grandiose or Grandoise, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's glow time, so I'm going to start using my Buxom bronzer, and it's in the shade Maldives. On a lighter skin, it would be a bronzer, but on me, it's a highlight. So darker skin women, this is a beautiful highlight. It gives you a nice glow without being too shimmery. It's time to apply lashes. I'm using some Kish lashes. I'm not exactly sure of the name, but if you look down below, I will have the exact name in the description box. Because I want NASA people from outer space to see my highlight, I'm going to be using the Artistic Couture highlighter in Gold Digger. I like to use my fingers when applying this because it really helps make the highlighter stick onto my skin rather than using a brush, because to me, when you use a brush for this highlighter, it does not stick. As you can see, I use a lot of Mist and Fix because I use a lot of different powders on my face, so I'm just once again spraying my face just to kind of wake up my skin and wake up the colors that I used. Now I'm going to be using my E.l.f. blush palette, and this is in the shade Deep. Now it's time to apply lips. I'm using Zombie by Pretty Zombie Cosmetics and Night Moth by MAC lip liner. And I'm going to be applying the lip liner first and making sure that it's nice and dark around the corners of my lips and tracing out my natural lip line. Here I'm just taking in the lip liner a little bit, fading it in so that when I apply the liquid lipstick on top, it'll have a more faded effect. Now it's time to apply the lipstick, and it is a perfect shade of blood red, so I'm just applying that all over and on top of the lip liner. Gotta be true to your love, to your love. Oh, oh, oh. Gotta be true to your love, to your love. Oh, oh, oh. Gotta be true to your love, to your love. So that's it. This is the finished complete look. I hope you like it. I did go back in though in this clip and add a little bit of the Night Moth lip liner around the edges just to darken it up a bit. But other than that, that's it. So hopefully you like the look, and after seeing this video you would want to comment, like, and subscribe. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram at Taesface, Taesface. Thank you for watching.